they descend, spurred on by fantasies of riches and redemption, to lay bare whatever blasphemous abnormality may slumber restlessly in that holy abyss. Of Party Wipe episode 9. How's it going? Welcome to Party Wipe. I'm tempted to start these episodes with Darkest Dungeon ancestor quotes. How's everyone doing? LSG, Magoo, Rhiannon, Sapphire. It's good to see y'all. Manigans, that was a very ominous introduction. Yeah, it was a good one. That was a good one. I need a list of all of them. I know, now you're no longer the crew, now you're the party. I know, I thought about that Wednesday. How's it going, everybody? This song is sick. I'm gonna let the song play out. Then we'll switch to our music. Anyway, hi YouTube, hello VODs. We are working on a roguelike deck builder where we draft an RPG party called Party Wipe. And yeah, we're just crunching. We're cruising along. I did some stuff last night. Got stuck on a bug for a while, but resolved it. So where did I even leave off? Oh my god. Oh yeah, I made a character sheet. My dynamic character sheet. This is the disgusting list of on-ready variables for it. Look at my flat hierarchy. Call me Valve. So I've got a flat hierarchy here. But yeah, it's all the icons and stuff that we're going to need to dynamically fill this in with card information. Including the frames and the items and the stats and everything. I kind of settled on how I wanted to organize all that. So now... Hey, LSG, you made Twitch affiliate yesterday. Hell yeah. That's great. Congrats. So now when I drag this over here, it'll be like, oh, you want to play a night card? Okay. Okay, this song has gotten epic. All right, now we're going to play something chill. You might go, you're going to be lurking more today? You're drained from the last couple of days at work? Yeah, no worries. Oh, you're playing a truck sim. Nice, nice. You might like Star Trucker. I've been playing a bit of that. It's got good truck simulator vibes. I prefer SnowRunner. I think everyone prefers SnowRunner, but I like more of a little strategic kind of thing. I'm like not a Euro Truck Sim player. But I would recommend Star Trucker. You have Star Trucker, you do like it? Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to cruise around in the vacuum of space there. It's way more chill than SnowRunner, that's for sure. Yeah, go back into streaming, Nanigans. Do it. All right, so we can drag this thing out here. We can drop it. Creates a character sheet. I don't know if I exactly want that to be what happens, but... In fact, I don't think that was the interaction I planned for. Boop. Boop. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I've kind of settled on the character sheet being where we store character-specific data. Like, what's its XP level? How's it going in terms of how's it going in terms of, you know, modifications, like modifying its stats through like equipment and like whatever. It'd be kind of neat if your character could have like temporary stat boosts that they get, like from the like kind of the virtue system, like in Darkest Dungeon. But it would be neat if it was only applied to that character, and like if that character died, you like lost it or something. It'd be kind of neat to do that. I'm kind of tempted to give each character sheet its own name, like Steve. And then when the next time you have to play the night because Steve died, it'll be like Jeff. And you're like, what happened to Steve? I think that'd be fun. Should be fun. Do it. Do it is a funny Palpatine line until you think about the fact that Rey was born. And you're like, oh no. All right. What's the problem? Okay, the problem is we are going straight to the character sheet, which I don't want to do. So if not piles by suit has... Oh, this is supposed to be an else, I think. Or no. I think I want the character sheet to be invisible by default is actually what I want. Party tabs dot visible. What we then need is variable character sheet. Does that work? No, I've already defined that. Variable this sheet or suit sheet. Let's just say sheet. Variable sheet equals character sheet. Unit equals sheets by suit. Card suit. And we'll say sheet dot visible equals true. And then we need some similar thing. If tabs by suit has and not piles by suit has. I have to think about that for a second. That's not going to work quite right. Okay, there we go. So we played our knight level 1. What we actually want to have happen when we do that is now we want a little icon. I basically want this little icon to appear under my mouse, and now I can like place it on the board. That's what we want to have happen. And then if I play another knight, now we open the character sheet, and now I can like raise up their XP and we can like level up the character sheet. The way I have the XP scaling, you actually only need to play one more poor knight card to level your knight card up to level 2, which I think is fine. I think exponential leveling is good. So it's like super easy to level up your initial cards and start thinning out your deck so that you get the hook immediately. The loop is nearly closed. It's one of the loops is we're working on it. We're working on it. Hey, Jacob, it's coming together. You missed the last two streams. We're being pretty aggressive. Yeah. Being pretty aggressive. So how did I want the interaction to happen if I change my mind? So we do this, we play this. We're not going to bother with the icon thing because I don't actually have the board set up. And so if I had other unit cards, we could play other units on top of this. So we're actually going to need to have a card making stream soon. A stream where I just make cards. I think that'll be fun. I want to start with 15 cards for each suit. Or no, you draw 15 cards for each suit. So maybe a dozen cards. Maybe you get some duplicates so that you can start leveling a few things up. So now if you do this again, but if I exit, it should go back to the other way. So let's hook that up. Sounds like a plan. Yeah. All right. Is this good as a compound check? So if the piles by suit doesn't have it, then it doesn't exist as a character sheet. Yet. Actually, I don't know if we care about this piles by suit thing. The exact moment. See if this just works. Do I even need to declare this? I guess I don't really. Okay, there we go. That's kind of what we want. So I actually kind of need this to switch. Well, for this, it doesn't matter, but if it's an equipment card, we need to switch it to an icon so that you can actually, like... I might even want to hide the card, if I'm being honest. Once we do this, like, you don't really want to see the card. What you want to see is you want to see the changes to things. And I probably want to recolor the text. So that you can actually see what changes. The spell ability, the abilities thing is going to be kind of annoying. We also need to make it so that if I click on this, it like goes away. Problem is all of these exist. So what do you even look like, sir? So we need to hook up some signals. Oh, you know what I don't get to know is things like card drop and stuff. So yeah, I think there needs to be a sheet mat sort of deal. I think we need to add a card mat. But I want to make a sheet mat, character mat. We also probably need one on the tab, too. How are you doing, Jacob? I don't think I got to ask you when you popped in. Because right now, everything just goes off of the roster. The roster is the one that's in control of everything right now, which is not exactly what I want. Although maybe it is. Maybe we just control it by this. Unless we want to short circuit that and do stuff directly on the card mat or the character mat. Here, let's do that. Let's make a new script. We'll call it a character mat. It will extend card mat. I might change my mind about this. But trying not to overthink too much. Trying to be willing to just try it, and if it doesn't work, whatever, figure it out. The character sheet, we'll start with a mat. Put that way up here. Seems like a small thing. You just realized the window management updates they did in the last version let you make a window floating. Oh yeah, you can make all of these floating, huh? Yeah, it's pretty nice. All the editor windows. Yeah, that's pretty cool, especially if you've got a big multi-monitor setup and you're not like me. You're not like trying to do it all on the main screen. You're like flexible enough where you're like, I could take my script editor and I want to make it, I just want to put it on its own monitor or whatever. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Your file system, your inspector, your scene. Yeah, it's pretty cool that you can float all of these and rearrange them like that. You know what they say. Godot or Godot. There is no try. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to hook up these signals to its parent. Matt hovered, Matt unhovered. Is that the mouse? Okay, yeah, we want this too. We're going to want some of these on the roster tabs as well for items that don't have suits. I'm not going to do that quite yet. Mainly because we don't have items that don't have suits. Matt hovered. That's funny. All right, so we got all our signals. We don't need to quite use all of them, but we've got them. And then, so what am I imagining this interaction looks like when you play a unit on another unit? So the character sheet is open. We need a way to close the character sheet. And I think that'll just be a GUI input event. How do I do that? I guess it'll be like if you click away. I don't know. I actually don't know how I'm going to do that yet. You'd like to move the inspector to the main window. I could see that. I don't really like the inspector. I tolerate it. Hey, David, how's it going? Happy Thursday. All right, so what we really want to do is when we play another night card onto a night character sheet, we want to add the XP value of that. And that means we need to know what that is, which is fine. Easy to get. And then we can stack them. So this is for interactions when you haven't reached the card suit. If not, piles by suit has. On mat card entered. If not. We're going to say we need to add a if card suit is base card resource dot suit dot none. Then we do need to just return and not do anything. We need to be able to handle generic cards. You're trying to make it, if you click outside, it will close it. I'm not trying to make it that. I think that's ultimately what I will do. Yeah, I don't like the whole control panel that watches the whole. So the thing is that I need to have a pretty complicated state understanding of what's going on, because I want it so that if you click up, if you release a click, it hides the character sheet. But obviously it can't do that if we've also registered a card drop. So like a card drop involves an up click. So I just have to arrange it in such a way that I can tell what has happened. And I gotta make sure everything occurs in the right order. So it's complicated, but yeah, it won't be that bad. I just gotta decide how it interacts with other things. Let's see. So the first thing we'll do is we will display a change in the XP when the card gets hovered over. On mat card entered. Say variable card resource. I don't know why I don't just say card res. I don't know why I spell it out. Like card res. Everywhere else I write card resource. I'll change it later if I feel like it. It's card dot. How do I get the resource again? I don't know why I didn't just copy a code over. Card resource, card dot card data. That's it. Grab this. Actually, let's grab all of this. Actually, we can't use that part. Yeah, it's complicated in terms of listening for all the clicks, but it's doable. It's annoying to manage the priority and stuff. So what we're gonna do is, if this card gets entered, we know that the card is open. So we'll say if card resource is, can I say if it's a, I really want a hero card resource, but I don't actually need one. Oh, Oh, I do need one. Where's my hero card resource? Oh, no, I don't need one. I don't need one. Because we calculate the XP value based on the level. Do you keep track of your suit? You do, but not like that. We should probably store the card resource that we use to build this. Actually, we want a reference to the card itself. I think. You can say character card, maybe. There's a card. Where's your setup function? So that takes a card resource. We need to know what card was created you, though. So maybe we just send the card, actually, instead of the resource. It's a variable card resource. We're doing it here. Card resource is a unit card resource. It's card data. Store our card. We're going to say character card is card. Oh, we'll do that first. We'll store the card so we can use it later, because we will need it later. Because when we level up, we're going to need to trash the card and put in a new card at that level. Actually, we're going to need to trash all of the cards that went into it. So that's going to be a little annoying. Because what if you over level? You're creating more XP. I guess we'll make you change. That seems really shitty, actually, to make change. Actually, what do you want to have? Well, I say you. What do I want to have happen when you level up a card? Obviously, the original card should level up, because that's good. My initial inclination was to just trash all of the cards that are the lower level card that contributed to that level up, but what if you over level? I could make change for you, quote unquote. That kind of feels shitty. So like if you used a level 3 card to like level up another level 3 or a level 2 card and you over leveled it or something somehow, and there was like a remainder, I guess I should probably trash all of those cards and like make change and put shittier character cards back in. I don't know if the player would understand what's going on when that happens. The only thing I don't want to do is I don't want to make it better or worse to be precise when you level up a card in your experience usage. Like, I don't want to make it noticeably worse to over level a character. I have to think about how that affects your card resources. In fact, I'm going to need to handle that for any kind of card situation. Oh, you know what I said would happen? I said any extra XP would be lost, but that doesn't mean the card should be lost. I don't quite know what I want to do there. Let's just collect them for now. So instead of tracking the card, we're actually just going to track the pile, I think. I don't know if I can easily search a pile. I can show all the cards in a pile. I can sort them, I think. Or I could write a sort function. Yeah, I think what we want is we want one pile. Who owns this pile would be the question. I have it... I think I have it on the party roster, but I actually think it wants to be owned by the character sheet. Because right now we have a party pile. You're heading out? All right. No worries. Thanks, Sapphire. Take it easy. Oh, no stream tomorrow, Sapphire. Tomorrow's stream is getting moved to Sunday. Hopefully you heard that. Hey, Arneo. All right, who owns the pile? Piles by suit, sheets by suit. I think we just want this to own the tabs. I don't think we actually want this to own the piles, the card piles. Because, like, enemies don't consist of card piles. So, yeah, let's actually let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this whole concept of the party pile. What is this? Literally just a card pile. Okay, get rid of it. So we're going to say characters by suit. And then this will be a character sheet. We won't do the card movement here, we're going to send the card to the new sheet setup. We're just going to keep it very locked in here. I need to stabilize the character sheet, I guess. Well, let's fix your update function before we do anything else. We can do this at the end. We could say character card equals card. Sorry, Sapphire. Arneo, too tired to troubleshoot, too tired to play Noida. Start a new project inspired by Noida? That's a good idea. Hey, no, Joel. Yeah, start writing your own engine. Yeah, exactly. Make your own OS first. Okay, so we don't do this here. We would say character pile. Character pile doesn't exist, but it will. I'm going to have a new character folder because this is getting out of control. I'll also make a roster folder. Actually, maybe there should be a party folder rather than a roster folder. I got to think about that a little more. So we've got character mat, character sheet. We also need a character pile. Pile of characters. Hard pile. Noda OS sounds cool, actually. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. You have an OS that's like simulating like your folders like turn to sand. That'd be pretty good. The character pile. Here it is. All right, we've got the character mat. Character icon, character name. Do the character pile after that. I feel like I could have called it hero pile or something, but that seems equally weird. Do I need to specify anything? Like, I do need to specify this theme override to get rid of the appearance. Is there anything else I need to do, though? Not yet. Not yet, I don't think. I think what should happen is that when you when you level up a card, the number of cards, the cards. I don't know how to deal with this over leveling thing. So what I don't want to do is I don't really want to like delete your experience. Whatever. We'll think about it. We're not going to worry about it right now. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to say... I'm going to declare this. We're going to say the character. I'm going to say the card dot move to the character pile. And what we need to do is when we drop a mat. Here, let's do this part first. Yeah, do some prototypes. Follow what you got the motivation for. I mean, don't change direction every day, but yeah, I get it. So what I want to do when this happens, I want to say if card resource, which we've decided to rename, so card resource is a unit card. Then what we can do is we will just display well, the thing is, this needs to be stored somewhere. Do we know what our original card resource is? Not really. How do I display this temporarily without totally ruining it? I have to find some colors to switch the text to that are readable. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Here's what we're going to do. I don't actually want to change the value here, or I don't want to lose the number here. I want to keep it. We need to store the values separately. We need to say variable. Might change this to be display. we can have all of that, like level value int. Could say stat. Okay, we're going to change this to be stat. We're going to have this be value. That's going to be confusing, but you know, it could be more confusing. The statistic is the thing that you see, and it might actually come from multiple sources. Like, it might come from your underlying actual attack value, but combined with, like, your weapon or something like that. Hey, Fusionist, that's a lot of red. That's what we like to see. It means we're doing stuff. It means we're bringing value to the people. How's it going? Codebase without red is a codebase that is not changing. Codebase that become comfortable. Also, this doesn't clear itself. Usual day-to-day. Sounds good. From a practical standpoint, we're never going to mix these up because one of them is a UI label and the other is a number. So I don't see that actually ever being a problem, really. Will you be sticking to 100% GD script for this? Yeah. I want... Most of the time, people are going to be playing this, it's going to be like my early web build. It's going to be like a web build on itch or something while I'm collecting feedback and everything. So I absolutely am not going to have people download this thing, try it. Even if I could have a web build with C#, there's no reason to use it for this game. It made sense for what I was doing with my other game because my other game was very complicated and I wanted to separate the simulation from the rendering, and I wanted to have a whole separate thing for it with an ECS and everything, and the only way I knew how to do that was C#. So that's a personal failing more than anything else. All right, so we're setting all our values, and then the stats are just going to be based on those values. In fact, I'm going to just have an internal function. Probably before the signals. Why did none of my signals look like they're hooked up? A little weird. Probably because the failure to compile. Mildly concerning. Yeah, it looks like it's hooked up still. Maybe I have to click this one's script. Act value. Do I not have that? No, I didn't. I stopped. Too soon. Hey, Ditto or Dido. Well, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. You download it. Yeah. That's a great way to just have nobody try your thing. What's the problem here? What are you annoyed about? A narrowing conversion? Yeah, I don't care. Hey, Nikita. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a fine Thursday. Welcome to Party Wipe, a roguelike deck builder where you draft an RPG party. We're working on the character sheet. I'm making it so you can build out a character sheet by applying cards onto it and like level up the character and stuff. A little confusing. Demos on Steam are a bit more trusted. Yeah, we're not talking about the demo phase. We're talking about like early playtesting. Once it's on Steam, it's on Steam. People are going to download it. But yeah, we're talking about like early playtesting. For which I would want, you know, a web build on itch. What was I going to do? I said I was going to have like an update. Sheets by level card res. No, we're going to say level value. Stats. Then I'll update all of this stuff. I'll save this for a level up. Hey, LSG. New emote just dropped. Oh, like that. Okay, so now we can update the stats. So we'll do that, and we'll just say update stats. I don't know if I want that to be an internal, purely internal function. I could see why I would want maybe other people to trigger an update, like if we debuff the character sheet. Or if we debuff the character, we might want to be able to call a stat update, but we might actually just call a stat update anytime. Or we could actually have like a getter or a setter tied to these that update the display, but whatever. Doesn't really matter right now. We do our setup, we set all our internal values, so we're keeping the track of this stuff. We're moving it to the character pile. I guess we'll have a gain XP function or something. Func gain XP. Well, that is maybe something we should do with a setter. We'll do it in here. We don't really care right now. Because actually what we want to do is we want to update the display without... The whole reason I split this was so that we could update the display without actually changing the stat value, so we can do a preview. So actually, if anything, we want to preview the stat here. You must be using AI to approve because you uploaded that like 45 minutes ago. I don't know if anyone is very closely checking those, but yeah, maybe. My emotes have typically been instantly approved. I think unless you like upload a banned emote, I don't think they actually check. But who knows? It's Twitch. They're unknowable. All right. Is there a variation of POW that has like... It doesn't care about this float thing, but yeah, who cares? Will you stop complaining if I do this on purpose? Actually, I don't even know how to cast variables in GDScript. All right, so we've entered a card. We're checking to see if the card res is a unit card res. I should change that to character, but it's unit because that's all I've done so far. Card res is a unit card res. And what we can do is we can preview I'm just going to put this in here in the simplest way possible. We'll have to do the XP value first. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have a function here called preview XP gain, maybe. Actually, do we even care about this part? Let's say the XP. Let's just send in the XP. That's all we care about, actually. And what we can do here is we can say preview XP gain for the card res dot unit. No. We send it this formula. Honestly, I could probably just make a function for that. Func get XP from level. Return an int. And I can just write this once instead of have it everywhere. And then if I decide to change the formula, I only have to change it in one place. That's what we like to see. Say get XP from level, card resources. We can just say level value. Hey, Fullbox. What is this? Coding for ants? Very funny. How's it going, Fullbox? We have this concept of our character sheet that we can play our character cards onto to like level up the character and like assign equipment slots and stuff. And it's kind of annoyingly complicated to hook up initially, but once we got it, we got it. Preview XP gain for card res dot card level. It's going. You're reorganizing the order of all your enemies and when they spawn. Oh, you're missing 2 now. I thought you were adding 2 before. You're still missing 2? Crazy. So when we preview the XP gain, we're going to say get XP from level. Should this be like calculate? It's like calculate XP for level. Then we can have the opposite, which is to get the level for the XP. And then in this case, how do I actually know that? Math. Think you'd like a new type of attack? You don't know what it should be? Ooh, that could be fun. Can I just divide it by 8? Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Is it just a square root? No. It is. Is it flooring a square root? Also no. I don't actually know how to do that, so we're not going to do that. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. I'm not good with math. Oh, but there's a -1 here, so maybe I actually did have it. Maybe one of these would have worked. I'll work that out later. Preview XP gain. For you mathematicians out there, how would you reverse this function? So that if I had the XP value, I could figure out the original L level value. There's a formula for that. But I don't know what it is. I don't want to figure it out. I will later if I have to. So if we preview the XP gain, we're doing a display. We're doing a special version of the display update. We know what the XP level is. Yeah, it's a log. It's some kind of log thing. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. Whoop. There goes my whole window. Hey, Hamburger. I did take a look at your game. It's cool. It's very pretty. It's a little hard to understand what's going on from just watching the trailer, but it's very, very pretty. I'm impressed at the fidelity you were able to achieve. And kind of the speed of everything. It seems very fast and frenetic. Calculate the power a number was raised to. Calculate the exponent number was raised by. Yeah, it is logarithms. The log of the result divided by the log of the base. I know the base. Okay, I think I can do it like this. Func calculate level XP. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to try it. Can we return the log of the XP divided by the log of 2? Will that work? We're going to try it. Trailer? Oh, sorry, Hamburger. I was someone else yesterday asked me to check out their Steam page. I thought that's what you were I mixed you up with someone else. Sorry about that. No, yeah, you had a game on itch. It was interesting. I thought the concept was very cute with the two people on like a kind of like a connected, like almost like a bicycle. Very interesting. I'm kind of wondering what the idea of the game is. I'm actually gonna show it to you really quickly what happened to me when I played it, because I got confused. Let's take a look at that. So, here's your game. Made with Unity. All right, I'm gonna full screen it. This is wild. Nobody can hear the audio, but I think that's okay. Single player. So this is what I don't understand is how I see anything. So I'm just not sure. So I bicycled around for a minute and then I fell off the edge of the map and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's the camera angle. It's the downward camera angle. I have no sense of my surroundings. So I just have no idea where I'm going or okay, here's a wall. And like maybe this is intended, but like I just don't know what to do. Like am I supposed to just explore until I figure out? So there's a building here or something. Click your mouse once. Okay. Yeah. I played it originally and never encountered that. Your camera setup is also like really brutal. But you need your camera to cooperate. You need to switch to like Cinemachine. Switch to like the Cinemachine camera. Something that can like handle the physics movement that's happening. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely have something that shows up as soon as you start playing to tell you how to control the camera, because it was not obvious. But this is neat. This is neat. Okay, so I see it. I might check that out more later. That looks cool. But yeah, the camera is pretty rough. Cool idea. I'll be interested to try some of the physics stuff. Press tab, go look at the keybinds. All right, we'll see. Well, I will take a look. What's this game called? Yeah, explaining to the player how to play the game is like 98% of the battle. Kind of impressed with how well that played on web. I don't see... So there is no keybinds here. They're under guide. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. I think you need to tighten up the tutorialization. You can't make this optional. You have to, like, when you start the game, that information should be on the screen, and you should have to, like, click out of it or something. Like, because, yeah, if this is all that the player sees when they start, and there's no reason for them to do anything else. So it's just a crapshoot as to whether they even figure out how to play your game. No, tutorialization is everything. I learned that a lot during jams, is, like, you really can't overdo it in terms of tutorialization. Something will seem obvious to you, and then the player will be like, I love the way the little guys just run on these little bicycles. It looks like very Flintstone. But cool project. I'm interested to see it develop. Thank you for sharing it. Appreciate that. All right, I need to validate this log thing that I'm trying out here. I'll switch my calculator so I can see a log button here. log of 2 is .301 approximately, and the log of 8 is .9. So if we had 8 XP, that would mean that we had a level of... So if we raise this to 0, it's 1. If we raise it to 1 because we're level 2, it's 2. If we raise it to 3, that'd be 4. So we should have a level. So if we had an XP of 8, that should be equivalent to a level 4, because that would be level 4 minus 1 is 3. 2 raised to the 3rd power is 8. So what is the log of 8 again? .903. So if we take .903, divide it by .301, that gives us 3. And then we would just need to add 1, and that would give us our level. That might hurt me in terms of some rounding nonsense, but let's see if that just works. Yeah, so the goal is to get up till the end. There are checkpoints, which you'll capture after. You have some moving objects and a couple of jumps. It's local multiplayer and single player. In multiplayer, one person moves the left bike and the other moves the right bike. That's fun. That seems neat. The fact that you got multiplayer working is pretty cool. Or I guess it's local multiplayer, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah. Fun little game. Or I would like to try the obstacles. It seems like it could be a fun little game. Alright, so preview XP gain. We can say if calculate level for XP. So the XP gain. Preview XP gain. Where was I going to put that? So we'll preview the XP gain for this card level. Okay. What that's going to do is that's going to be variable new XP value would be XP value plus XP gain. And then if we calculate the level for XP, for this new XP value, if that's greater than our current level value, then we would have leveled up. We'll do this more complicated because we'll want to. There's going to be like stats associated with certain levels for different characters. But let's just carve out the XP part. The new XP value. And actually, this would be the same either way, huh? So these stats aren't going to change for now. New XP value. Here, we can actually have this be like a ternary thing. We can say level value plus 1 if that, else level value. New level value. We're just gonna do the new level value. Don't even need a ternary. The new level value will either be the same or it'll be different. And we're just previewing, so I don't really care. Let's see if that worked. Hey, Nix. I forgot to turn on my light. I didn't forget. It's very hot today, and I just don't want the lights. How's it going, Nix? But yeah, thanks. Ooh, the 40 stream streak. Very nice. Those weren't new errors. Those were already present errors. Okay, so we played this. Why is that dark? Oh, there's something that needs... One of these doesn't have a style box override yet. There we go. 22C here, you're just surviving. 71 degrees, 72F. Yeah, inside my room right now, it's 76F, which is, you know, 8-er. It's not hot in terms of hot, but that's the temperature inside my room. And it's not pleasant. I like to keep it around the high 60s. So, unpleasant for me right now. It's not really high. Okay, so what happens if I do this? Nothing happened. And in fact, that goes away for some reason. Oh no, this part's good. It's not updating anything, which is bad. Preview XP gain. I'm at, oh, you know, if card res is unit card res, maybe it's not. Oh, it's not. It's not. What we're going to do is we're going to say is not an equip card. That's what we want. Because in fact, at the moment, that card is not a unit card. Or is it? It should be. It should be a unit card. Maybe it's not, though. But it should be. If it's not, I should make it so. Night card resource. It is a unit card resource. Can you just not tell? Print card res. Oh, you know, I'm bringing it in as a base card resource, which is probably not what I should do. See how that works. Oh, we're getting an error. Node not found, party piles. That's okay. Oh, character pile. Party roster. Something's going weird in the party roster. Party piles. Yeah. That doesn't exist. The UI is okay, but yeah, we're not actually... The XP thing, that number should be going up. Is everyone about ants today? I don't get it. Game looks cool. Thanks, Nix. Oh, you're talking about nanigans. Okay. I was just talking to me about ants today, and I don't understand. Ants are cool. They're all right. So that card goes away, and this card doesn't do anything. I'm gonna have it like lighten. Oh, it did it there. Why did it only do that the second time? Oh. 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 Okay, if I do it again, and then I do it again. What? It did it. I saw it go up to 2, but now I won't do it again. What? See what card res is that we get. Oh, we're not even getting to there. Oh, this is, I kind of understand what's happening. Now it worked. I see why that is. This is very small for some reason. I would have expected this to be bigger. Oh, I didn't make this bigger. I'm an idiot. There we go. Okay, well now we need to do a couple things. We're getting there though. Yeah, it's mostly you. It's mostly you, Fullbox. I'm like, what is it with the ants? Someone watched Zoolander recently. So we preview the XP gain. Part of previewing an XP gain might involve previewing a level up. We'll say if. We'll say if new level value. Here. New level value is greater than our current level value. It's going to be kind of annoying. I'm going to need like a card hovering thing. Variable card hovering bool. We need to keep track of that. Let's say card hovering. We can say if. We can just fix it. We can say sheet rect. Oh, can I just say update stat? I might say display. So that way it does everything. was an internal function. Oh, we can't actually do that. That's fine. Excuse me. You've got a massive ant colony just out your front door. It's destroying your grass. Whenever they find something they want to get, there's just a massive swarm of them. Somebody dumped half a bag of soil. That's crazy. So we do this. We got our new character. I don't know why that's what happens, but I guess that's neat. And then if we do this, hey, look at that. It looks like it's going to be level 2 now. And if you don't do it, that's what happens. But what we need to do doesn't work again, though, is the thing. So we need to actually solidify that. We're going to need some awesome animations and like particles and just nice stuff when you level up cards like that. Oh yeah, the new aluminum casting of like ant holes, that's really cool. It always looks very cool. Aluminum casting pretty much anything is very cool. I've seen people do it with other... I feel like on Top Gear they did it with silver. And they cast a bunch of stuff in silver. It's very nice. You know, normally you wouldn't have just bags of silver around. All right, so we're doing the preview. Now we need to actually follow through. Dave, will you add in an opossum to who is a paladin to the game? Like it's just a normal trash raccoon, except it has a cool metal helmet covering half of its body and face. You think it makes sense to redo the whole game just to build it around the one character? Here's what the paladin looks like. This guy. This is the paladin. So, you know, there could be a trash panda under there. There's no real way to know, so. You can tell yourself whatever you want. Whatever you like. You do see the resemblance? Good. All right. We're going to have like a wonky function that I guess I'll call absorb unit card. I actually don't need to make it a function. Just code it in straight for now. So if it's a unit card, we don't do the preview. What we're actually going to do... So I don't know if I actually want... I don't know if I actually want to do what I showed. I don't know if I actually want to change the card back. I don't want to just do this instead. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, the only character here that arguably has a face is the bard. The only, like, confirmed human. This is like a witch. You can see the witch nose, but that's like it. So this is like maybe a half face. Yeah, everyone else, you whatever you want. What I would encourage anyone to do, especially if you're a Trash Panda aficionado, an enjoyer of Trash Pandas, go watch Pompoko. Go do it. It'll break your heart a little bit, but you know, every single Takahata film that's ever come out has broken hearts. Go watch Pompoko. So good. Alright, so how will this behave now? So we play this, we crash. We get a 0. Interesting. Interesting. How? How is this a 0? I need to remove the export hint. This export hint kind of fucks everything up. This export range thing. Because it'll look like a 1, but it's actually a 0, but the hint will cause it to display a 1. I feel like that's what was happening. I hope that's what was happening. Apparently not. That's apparently not what was happening. How is this a 0? It's like very clearly a 1. Current value, character sheet dot. Oh, the character sheet. I'm an idiot. All right, got that. I kind of want to just preview what stats will go up. So it says like 1+. Well, that the level thing should show 1+ as well. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see about that. How is that happening? New level value. Calculate the new XP value. Level stat. Oh, it's the new. Look. If you're going to argue about tanukis and raccoons, you're missing the point of the film. I also didn't say they were raccoons. I said, for people who enjoy trash pandas, you will enjoy Pompoko. I didn't say Pompoko was about raccoons. I said it's for raccoon enjoyers. Yeah, I kind of like that better. I also kind of don't want this to go away just because I've exited. Yeah, I kind of want to say, I just kind of want to add a plus if the stat's going to go up. I should display the new stat, but I don't love that. I don't know. It's probably better to display the stat. All right, on card, exited, update stats. Oh, you know what's happening is it's reading both of them. So it's reading the character sheet and the party roster. Both of those are happening. So I actually don't think the character sheet can have a mat. I think the party roster needs to have just the only mat, and then it can direct, because that's what's happening right now. Yeah, because this, you see this is happening, which is kind of what I want, where like your XP is going to increase and so is your level, because the XP will reach something. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but I don't necessarily want to swap the card out with the new level, because I want that to happen when you've committed to it. So yeah, I actually think the character sheet can't have a mat, which is unfortunate. That's gonna mess up some of this stuff, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is the sheet, the roster will be the only one to have the playing mat. And honestly, what I'll probably do is have the playing mat take up like most of the screen. So this is gonna kind of suck, and it's gonna break a lot of things. Display the new stat, and if it increases, make it green. I'm thinking about that, Nanigans. I'm thinking about that, Nanigans. Here's the problem. What would you do here? think green is going to kind of suck on here. I think maybe, I don't know. The only reason I don't want to display the new value is I want the big moment of like, I leveled up my guy's card. I want that to happen when you've committed to it, not when you're previewing it. I don't want it to play the big, I've leveled up animation and you just move the card away and then it goes back to what it used to be. And then you move it over and it's like, I'm a new level. I want to wait until you've committed that. Maybe show up instead of 1. That's not a bad idea, no Jewel. That's not a bad idea. I like that idea. Won't you rework the colors in the end anyway? Absolutely not. These are the colors. These are the final colors for all of these. Why? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with my colors, no Jewel? They're all colors in the palette. I was very careful to do that. You could consistently make those text backgrounds black. That's actually not the worst idea. That's an okay idea. That's kind of what I'm doing everywhere else. I think it'd be kind of a bit of a bummer in terms of the coloration. But it would be consistent, huh? If I basically did this. Oop. What? Oh. I could arguably do this one too, but I don't think I love that. We're not gonna do that to start, but let's keep the idea in our pocket. You're just from another game dev you watch. He changes colors basically daily. Oh yeah, not me. Not me. I agonized over that color choice, and now I'm done. Now I'm done with it. I think we're gonna start with No Jewel's idea of saying up, level up, but it doesn't matter because so instead of this, it's gonna say up. Now what we need to do we need to go, so there's no mat anymore, so you can't play cards onto the character sheet anymore. So the roster is going to be the only one to have a mat. And honestly, I think the play mat should probably cover most of the screen. But we won't do that yet. Do this for now. It should probably be like the whole screen. Because like where else are you going to play cards onto? Like, what are you going to do? Play cards onto this? If anything, this mat should just be like almost the whole screen. So what I'm thinking. I think I'm just going to make a new mat, and I'm going to call it playmat, the playmat. Oh, there's some cool animations we could do for sure. For sure. Just wait until we implement, till we get some like no jewel like pixel VFX in here. Oh man, then we are gonna be cooking. Just you wait. Because, yeah, you're not going to play cards directly onto, like, the enemy. So let's just make a playmat. And let's have the playmat, well, A, be invisible. And then B, take up, like, the vast majority of the screen. I think for now that'll be okay. Something like this. What does this look like when it's full? What's this? Where the... Oh. Something like this. I think that'll be sufficient. I want to make sure you get the card out of your hand a little bit before all of that kicks in. I think I'll start with this. Seems fine. And then this is not going to exist anymore. Everything is going to talk to the roster anyway. I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to hook these signals up. We might put some... Well, we might listen to the mouse hover for, like, some of the tabs, but I think that's different. I think that's different. Or it's combined. Like if you pick a generic card that doesn't have a suit attached to it, the tabs will stay up and you'll have to hover over the tab that you want to play the card in. I think is what'll happen there. But yeah, let's connect all of these. So any card you play is really going to mainly talk to the on playmat card dropped. So we're going to hook these back up. All right, we're heading back into ads. Hold on to your ads, everybody. What's happening? Oh, here. Disconnect these. If I were to make these like unique names, which I probably should do, does that make it easier to do? In your project description for the funding, you definitely stated to release some assets from the game you're making. Hell yeah. Happy to take advantage of that. Alright, so if I do if I connect a signal now, will it actually use the unique name of the signal or will it still use the path? Nope, still uses the path. That's okay. Kind of hoping it would be a little smarter, but it's fine. It literally doesn't matter. Why won't you connect? Connect. All right, this is just when the mouse enters the mat area. We are not actually interested in that. We're just interested in card stuff. Okay, so now I have to rewrite these to incorporate. Oh, these are gonna get busy. These are gonna get real busy. These signal responses. This is where most of the behavior is anyway, so whatever. By the way, the talk for tips on applying for funding from GodotCon is out. Yeah, but who is the audience for that? Because I feel like out here, like in America, there's no such thing as like publicly available like government funding for stuff like this. You can get tax breaks. So if you're a big company or whatever, it's pretty good. But yeah, in America, there are no government funds for the arts like that apply to video games. There used to be some that you could get for like other media, but even those are gone now. So yeah, it's not a thing. That's not a talk that one could have given at GodotCon North America. Yeah. No, the government is not for empowering individuals. It's for bringing value to the shareholders. It's let's not get it twisted. All right, okay, so now if I want to recreate some of this behavior that I just like deleted. So we don't do the card drop, but we do want to do the preview. It's funny. It's funny, full bucks. Pretty sure they got a few here you can apply in Canada. Yeah. But unless you talk to some very specific people, Canada is not America. But yeah, Canada has some. I think Fullbox knows a little about that. Yeah, most Commonwealth nations have some of that stuff. Like Australia has some. CMF is a big one. Nice. In Canada. Yeah, there is no such thing here. If you get that sort of thing here, you're getting it from a private group that may or may not be like a foundation or a company or whatever. But yeah, there's that stuff doesn't exist here. It sucks, but you know, whatever. That's life. That's the American dream. All right, so when the mat card enters, if we don't have the tab, otherwise if we do have the tab, we want to do this. What we should do is we should say, we should make this true, visible for this card suit to be true. Okay, so we can't do a return at this for this. This actually isn't going to work, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Canadian Media Fund. They give you money. You only pay them back if you make money. That's nice. That's very nice. Very, very nice. All right, so we're going to do this. And then we're going to say, well, let's grab our character sheet then. Variable character sheet. No, we can't say that. We can say character. The character sheet. And it's cares by suit. And we can say things like character.visible is true. And then we'll say stuff like character.preview x. We can say if card resource is a unit card resource, and we can say care.preview XP gain. We'll just pass in the card resource, and I'll rewrite this. It'll be plus calculate XP for level. Card resource dot card level. Card res, unit card res, source. All right, let's see how we like that. So we play that. Level up, it says. That's not terrible. I probably want to display the new XP level. We'll do some highlighting stuff too. We're gonna have to be a little careful. We might actually have a different playmat. We might have a couple different playmats to change the. I also need to be able to click this and expand the thing. Let's work on that. XP value. I might have this level up and like and a plus. So we play our night card, and then we play another night card. So now it says level up plus. I don't know if I like the plus, but I like the up. I don't like the exited. Let's get rid of the exited. Also, what are these errors? Oh, there's a bunch of stuff that we're looking for that doesn't exist anymore. So where's this playmat that I made? Here we go. We'll see if I end up wanting to distinguish the two. I probably will. We'll do it like this for now. Keep it simple for now. I really want to do a UI pass and fix a lot of that stuff. What's the problem with this? gdscript.character. Oh, am I aliasing something? Great. Okay. Say sheet then. So we don't want this. Don't actually want this. I just straight up don't think I want that. All right. So as soon as you bring this out of your hand, it's like, ooh, we want a knight level 1. Bam. Get that. We'll animate it later. And then if you play another one, it's like, oh, level up. I'm going to get rid of that plus, though. But if you bring it away, that doesn't actually update it. So we can do that. Say else. We'll say characters by suit. Card suit. We'll say dot update stats. So this should be back to public function. Say up. Could do an exclamation mark. Boy. No, I know you can't save a scene because I'm running the scene. I clicked save anyway because I'm dumb like that. Level up. Okay, I like that better. Level up. Maybe I do want a mat that's associated with the character sheet. I don't want you to have to like necessarily be that precise though. All right, so then what we should have done when you did that is we should have actually updated everything. So let's get the card drop part working. Let's get rid of this stuff. I question the way that I've organized this, but that's fine. So on card drop, if not character suit that has, you can say LF card resource. Shorten these names here. So LF the card res is a unit. Unit card resource. I want to call this. So this is a preview XP gain. Okay, so you know about your card pile. So actually, we don't want to take a card resource. We want to take a card. For the preview, we can take the resource. That's fine, but... we do something like we were say like gain or add unit card or something like that. Func add unit card. Add character card. Card is card. So this will handle all the card stuff. So when we add a new card, what we do is we will update the stats. So variable card res equals card dot card data. Then what we'll do is we will do this pretty much. So a new XP value is the XP value plus the card res dot card level. New level value, we'll say this. New XP value. Do the XP value first because that's guaranteed to happen. And then if that's happening, what we'll do is we'll say maybe I do go back to calling this update display. update our display. We will say our level value is our new level value. Actually, we're going to update the display either way. And then what we need to do is we need to take the card. We need to say card.move to card character file. And in fact, we don't want to just do that. We got to actually consolidate the cards, but I'm not going to do that right now. Because it doesn't matter right now. That's something we have to do. All right, so this initial one plays the card, it plays the knight, adds the knight to the roster. I don't know if I actually want it to just open this automatically. I'm going to take that part away. I actually don't totally understand what's causing that to happen anyway. It's a little weird. Where are we changing visibility? In 2 places. Only here. Only on mat card entered. So why is it triggering? If not, tabs by suit has and roster count is less than. Oh. I'll say elif characters by suit done has. See about that. Yeah, what the print. Hard mat entered. Print. Hard mat dropped. Print. Hard mat exited. I kind of want to see when this is triggering. I think a card mat entered signal is being triggered after the drop, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So we entered, we exited, and we entered again. Okay. So we're entering and exiting. And then bop. No, we exit, we enter, and then we drop. So we actually aren't triggering the enter after the drop. So that's interesting. And then this will level up. It'll have some kind of shiny thing that shows up when a card is going to level up. Level up. Then I do this, and now it's level 2. And I can keep going. Although, that shouldn't go from 2 to 4 like that. So that's busted. But let's just see what happens. Okay. I mean, this is not how it works, but... You know, maybe the black text thing is a good idea. I honestly might take away the equipment thing as well. Change the text color. What, for the level up? I don't want to do it right now because the card backs all are different. But if we make the text thing black, I might do that. Because one of the card backs is green, and that's probably the color I would use for positive stat changes. Okay, so why is this happening? So if not tabs by suit has, right? Sure. Then we do all of this. If the tab already exists, I still don't totally understand the order these signals get called in. Entered, card mapped, entered, card map dropped. The drop is causing that to show up. Oh. It's not invisible by default. That explains it. So we got our new knight. And then if we play another knight, now it opens up the character sheet. It's like, level up. Yeah, that's not enough information. It's true. Yeah, I'll probably change the backs here. I kind of maybe want to get rid of just the equipment line. I like the equipment line, but it's not actually necessary. And it might let me do something else, which I kind of want to do, which is to give them like a little temporary name. To see if there's room for that. Well, I need to be able to make this go away by like clicking on it or something, clicking off the screen. That's okay. We'll work on that later. Okay, the thing I want to figure out is why it's doubling its XP every time. Yeah, this one's especially egregious for text readability. The last two. Alright, so why is the XP doubling? New XP value. XP value plus calculate XP for value. Cardres.card level. Calculate XP for level. Ah. It's not using the parameter. I'm dumb. Alright, right, so now we got our level 1 card, our level 1 knight. What's going to happen then is you'll get a little icon that you can then place on the board. That'll be like the thing that happens when you play your first knight, or when you play a unit on the roster, is you'll keep a little card-like thing. Oh, so in fact, I actually do maybe need to have... Well, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. So I could play this. We level up, and then I play another one. Okay. And that didn't happen. It went back down. And then I play another one. Why'd that happen? Why'd that happen in that order? Add character card. New XP value. XP value plus that. XP value equals new XP value. Sure. We update the display. Is the display being updated wrong? We calculate. Ah, no, that can't be it. XP value. All right. Well, I mean, it's not pretty. I want to do a lot of like highlighting of things so it draws your attention to what's going on and what's happening. But this will level up the knight to level 2. And then this will just give you an extra XP. Yeah, we definitely do want some kind of color to the text. Level up. So you're going to get a bunch of shitty knight cards. And you can level them up. So level 1 and level 2 and level 3 are really easy to get. And then after that, it becomes a lot harder. And the whole point is these guys are going to die, and you might lose the, like, extra XP you have. You'll get the cards back. That's it. I'll have to figure out how the card thing works. Hey, Yanto. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. We have about maybe 20 something minutes left. 20-30 minutes left. What am I going to do now? I think let's look at changing the character sheet. Let's look at changing the character sheet. Which room do we have in like the roster tab? Would it be crazy to have like a frame in the frame? Is that too much? It'd be crazy to do something like this. I think it will be, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Yeah, it would be too crazy. I don't quite know what I want to do with this. I mean, one thing we could do is we could flip the text color, but that doesn't fix the problem. Like we could flip it for the last couple. Kind of hurts. Kind of hurts the eye. I understand that. So the goal is to be able to use like this green on like the number when it go up. So you can be like, oh, that went up. Excellent. Problem is it's a little too low contrast here. So our options are we could either black out this whole thing, and that would fix a number of problems, actually. I kind of want to get rid of the equipment header and replace it with a space where we could put like the character's name. I wanted to check the roster tab size to see if I could actually do this. So that's only 13 pixels tall. So what happens when this says like Plague Doctor? Plague Doctor. There should be room. And there is, only just. Okay, so we can do it with this. Is that 28 it said? Okay, so how big is this? This is much bigger than 28. 34. We could actually reduce this to here. So we could do something like this. Let me see. Let's see about this. So we shorten this. Get rid of this. Bring that down. And now I have a line here. Or now I have a section here that I would like to use like for like a character name. I think that'd be cute. And then this name gets wiped out every time the character dies and is recreated. It just like picks a new name. I think that's kind of fun. I think that kind of leans into the whole like you're constantly churning characters. Like the dungeon is just killing characters. I think that could be fun. And then we have room here to do stuff like this. And then if we have stuff like this, then we have room to do stuff like this. We can be like, oh, your level increased. You can even tone down the text a little. Why is this not the same everywhere else as the coloration? Probably want to do this on a different level than a different layer. I'm gonna think about it. This will be part of the fill. Oh, by Glob, Nicholas Peton with the raid. How's it going? Raid alert. This might be the last time y'all hear this sound. Not because we're not going to get raided, but because I'm going to change these sound effects. How's it going? Welcome in. What have you been doing? What was the stream? What have you been working on? We're working on a roguelike deck builder where you draft an RPG party. It's a new project for us. We're on week 2. And we're working out the cards and the card interactions and stuff. So you get these cards, you get your units, your heroes. You can play your hero card. So we'll play our hero card, and then we'll play another hero card to try to level up this hero, get a better hero. And then there will be a battle map situation going as well. We're working on the character stuff. So like playing characters, leveling up the characters, equipping cards. Keep going. Level them up. We're working on changing these cards to look a little better. I'm working on making them a little more readable. Fellow Godot dev, thanks. I appreciate it, Nicholas. For a second, you thought I said hero cards, not hero cards. Well, are we talking about horse thieves or horse thieves? I feel like that's a very relevant question for you, at least. Should the text be over the fill? Yeah. Let's do this. Let's try this. Let's try this. Can you show how you did the movement of the cards in hand while you're selecting them? I can show you the movement of the cards in hand while selecting them. I can't show you how I did that. Yanto. We're using a plugin for this stuff. Oof, I might need to change that playmat area. Be a little less sensitive. We're using a plugin called the Simple Cards plugin. Mechanically, what's happening is these cards have a sub viewport. So you're rendering the card to a sub viewport, and then that way you can move the card around, and the sub viewport is redrawing it at whatever weird angle. And it handles the effect very nicely. Yeah, it handles it very nicely, especially at a low viewport resolution like this. But yeah, we didn't make that part. We're being very aggressive about using plugins and assets and stuff in this game. Yeah, Simple Cards V2 is what I'm using. Yeah, definitely check it out if you're making a card game. But yeah, thank you for the raid. Let me give you that shout out. I always forget that part. If you want to share what you were working on, I would appreciate that too. If not, if you got to run, no worries. Am I not following you? That seems like a crime. Oh yeah, let me give you the follow. I feel like you've raided before. I feel bad. There we go. Yeah, we're working on making these cards a little more readable, maybe. The other option is to do a smaller one that's just the number, but I feel like that's going to be harder to do, and there's not enough room. I feel like this is easier. This would be easier to try. It also doesn't have to be absolute black, I guess, either. I don't know if I love that. It does let us do things like color the number. So it's like, oh, the number went up, so now it's green. And then it's easier to see when numbers go up or down. And there's also a red somewhere that I could use for when the number goes down. That's not quite it. Who's got the red? I really need to make a palette of like the different colors. This red. I think there's a darker one somewhere, but this one's good. So then you can see when numbers go up and numbers go down a little more clearly. I think that would help. Yeah, I guess technically this doesn't have to be... You could do it like this. Oops. Whose job is this? Yours. I don't know what layer this color is on. Base. Whoa. I see. So if I was to make this. Like that. And then we went here and we did like this. That's maybe better than doing the all black, but it's kind of weird because that's different than the rest of these. I don't know if the mix is good. I also need to do it here. Working on a new game, hasn't been announced yet. No worries. You did release your first game at the end of last year. Hell yeah. Yeah, hit me with that. I feel like that's hard to see, but it's also kind of nice. If I just use the shadow color for all of this, it does unify it a little bit with the UI. And it's a little softer compared to the just full-on black. Maybe we try that. need to fix these outlines though. Need to reorganize these layers. This is organized so badly.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
And I guess I would do the same to these. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It's definitely a lot more legible, and if anything, I could actually reduce the intensity of the text color, which would maybe be nice. So let's find... There's an off-white color that I would be willing to use that I'm going to call chicken white here. It's the white that we use in the chicken. Switch to a chicken white. Little easier on the eyes, since there's the increased contrast. I'll have to fix the borders for the other cards. But if we compare that to like this, or even better, I actually kept one of these around here. We're going to do a side-by-side here real quick. So we're going to open up a second copy of A-Sprite. All right, we're going to do a quick A/B test. See what we like. It's not the file I wanted. Don't say it. This one. I have mixed feelings. mean, we could also do it with black, but I was like, I don't want to make it look black. So we'll try it real quick here. Let me get the right layer. Could also do this version. What if you change the black to 75-ish or 50% or 75-ish opacity? I mean, that I don't care about that. That's going to be hard to do for this test, but I would need to put it on a different layer. I can't try that now, but I could. So you're saying you'd want the background color to bleed through and just get darkened? We could try that. We could try that. I don't think that would work for everything, but we could try it. I do like the switch to showing the character's name. I think that's funny. Oh, you still have a darker and higher contrast, but you get some theming color pulled through. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try that next. We don't have time to try that right now, though. See, I don't love the little shadow color I used for this. Yeah, let's try that. That's going to involve getting a whole new layer set up for that. That's okay. It might not solve the problem of, like, the text is green when it gets plussed up against a darker green backdrop. I mean, hopefully that looks okay. Yeah, I'll try it, because, yeah, the way this is right now, I don't love. But we need to do something. Yeah, I think getting rid of the equipment name makes sense. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, I have to fix it because it doesn't work in all these cases, but I could make these black again. These could be fully opaque, I guess, or like almost fully opaque. Why is this dark? Oh, because I'm changing the... okay, never mind. That might work. That might work. I'll try that. I'll knock that up. We'll see. We'll see if that works. Do some opacity on that. Just to manipulate the palette a little bit. I'm okay with that. Cool. Oh well. Small progress. Small but steady progress. We can at least play cards. He says that he struggles to play a card. And level up our characters. So, that's alright. Yeah. Doing something here is important. See what we can do. Yeah, that's been Party Wipe. Episode, whatever this is. 8, 9, 9. Yeah. Yeah, not bad. All right. Sorry I'm heading out so soon after a raid. I gotta get back to work. Oh, man, it's a scorcher. I'm also just tired. The heat has sapped my energy. But appreciate everyone coming by. No stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. I have plans. I'm going to reschedule it for Sunday. So my next stream is Saturday. I will also stream on Sunday. This week, specifically. Did I ever get that link to the last project from Nicholas? No, I didn't. Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out here. Sorry, I gotta run. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you all next time. Bye.